Okay. So good evening. So we begin first by doing 15 minutes of meditation. So why we meditate is to know our mind. We can only meditate with our mind. So we walk with our leg, then so we do certain action with our hand. So we see with our eyes. So but when we meditate, we really talk about having to do with the mind. So the mind is the main object, the main senses that we are engaged in. So where we meditate, just in the four axiom, they say, do no evil, do all good, completely subdue your mind. So it's about our mind that we need to do. So we need to be familiar with that thing that we are as a Buddhist or as a human being, as a potential to do. So we are not aware of the final reality of object. We are not even very sure how come our emotion can become good, next moment become bad. We're not even very sure about what's going to happen. There's so many things we are really unsure about, We don't know. We don't know the reality of things. So what we believe, all those realities seems like very permanent, really there, really very permanent. It's real from its own side, really rare. But in actually, all this reality of the thing is impermanent. It don't last. It is just a manifestation of a certain gathering of cause and condition. So our mind is pure from the very beginning. So we are actually good from the very beginning. Good. From the very beginning. So we are ultimately good. When we say ultimately good, means our mind have never been tainted. Ultimately in the state of pristine, have never been tainted. So all our thoughts, our incompleteness, our delusion, all the bad habit we have are temporary. They are not permanent. They are not permanent. So you must start from this right now. So right now is that we don't know we are pure from the beginning, and we believe that what is impure, then we believe is real, and we react at that level. But if we're able, so when we do our practice to completely remove, we are actually removing all these temporary effect and then reaching to the empty nature of our mind. Our empty nature of mind, our fundamental mind that is pure from the very beginning. So the only way to reach here is through meditation. There's no other way. You cannot prostrate until you can see the reality, no. You cannot Korah and see reality. But all these are important in the beginning. It's really absolutely important. If you don't do all this, it's really quite difficult, Even the Melarapa, even all the great masters like Lama Tsongkhapa, then Sakyapandita, Melarapa, Guru Rinpoche, they all did. Especially like Guru Rinpoche, he talked about the benefit of going around stupa, building stupa, making offering in the beginning to accumulate merit. And he said that you should continue to accumulate merit till the very end. You complete the accumulation of merit where you get the form body of the Buddha. So we meditate so that we come. So in case you ask yourself why I meditate, okay, then it's about this mind, the mind that we really want to get in touch with. So sit very comfortably with your back straight. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Then we do 15 minutes of meditation. 现在我们就做15分钟的静坐，然后我们就把我们背放直，我们身体放轻松，然后我们的意念呢，我们就观，我们观什么东西？我们就观我们的意的本性。我们的意本性有一个性质，就是我们会知道，我们可以看到，我们可以感觉到。现在我们所要观察的就是这个本性，我知道，但是我没跟他回应，我没跟他触碰，我没跟他讲话，我静静的，非常舒适的，只是安静。所以我们说静坐，静就是安静，不讲话。静也代表身体很静，就是做的非常直，非常轻松，放下。那说轻松呢，就是背要直，做15分钟。 然后这个静坐就是说，当我们的成佛的时候，是我们的意念首先知道我们的法性，然后我们才有报身跟化身，这是这样的。所以首先是我们，所以当我们成就圆满佛果位呢，我们是第一个，因为首先一定要有菩提心，也是没有菩提心无可能成佛的。也是没有菩提心的辅助呢，我们不可以断到我们的所知障，无可能的。所以这用了菩提心，然后呢，知道，然后我们累积福报，然后我们就一直观，一直这样把这些非常非常细微的习气，他的习气慢慢断掉，慢慢断掉。然后第一次我们就看到法身，法身是利我，是利自己的，因为你得到法身呢。然后呢，就是自己不能痛苦了。然后化身报身是利他、利别人的。So when you get achieve enlightenment, then you got Dhammakaya. First, get enlightened because of the kindness of others people, their compassion. Because of your compassion, you see of their suffering, you generate compassion, and then with the support of compassion and your altruistic intention to free all and bring them to enlightenment, with that support, then you can see Dhammakaya, where one totally free oneself forever from all the causes of suffering. Actually become an arhat, you won't suffer anymore. But it's not the very end. You still haven't complete your thing. Because one day Buddha will wake you up and say, oh, you haven't finished your thing. There's still people there. So when you generate with the support of bodhicitta, and then you meditate, and then finally you remove the obstruction to omission, and then the first thing you'll see, which one get enlightened first? Your mind, Dhammakaya. After get Dhammakaya, the next moment, then Sambhonakaya, Namanakaya. So there's a one instant where Dhammakaya fun first, one instant. Then subsequently the rest come. Then after that, all four always together, the four body. It's never one body go three or whatever thing. When we think of body, gu, it's like who see what. Bu is a bu. For when we think of body, we always think of a shape, right? Not. So the wisdom body do not have shape. It's a mind. So the Buddha mind understands. So we call body of wisdom. Sambhonakaya means the body in the pure land where they see one another. Then Namanakaya is down in the earth where we see one another. Okay, good. So we start with 15 minutes and we begin from now. Okay, good. So now we take refuge and generate bodhicitta. So 现在我们皈依，然后发起菩提心。So you generate the causal refuge, our fear, our faith, our compassion, and think of the Buddha in front of us, inseparable from your Guru. We join palms. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, to the Dharma, and to the Sangha. And by the positive potential I create, by practicing generosity and also the other far-reaching attitude, may I become a Buddha to free all beings from all their suffering. And I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, to the Dharma, and to the Sangha. And by the positive potential I create by practicing generosity and also the other far-reaching attitude, may I become a Buddha to free all beings from all their suffering. And I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, to the Dharma, and to the Sangha. And by the positive potential I create by practicing generosity and also the other far-reaching attitude, may I become a Buddha to free all beings from all their suffering. 诸佛正法正中尊，一字不提我归依。愿以布施等资粮，我愿力有情，我愿成佛。诸佛正法正中尊，一字不提我归依。愿以布施等资粮，我愿力有情，我愿成佛。诸佛正法正中尊，一字不提我归依。愿以布施等资粮，我愿力有情，然后愿成佛。然后观想归境。然后放出3道白色光芒，头部、喉部、心部，白色消我们50界所累积身口意的业障。然后呢，又放出3道黄色甘露光芒，又碰到我们流给予全部身口意的加持，然后移到我们头上，融到我们心中，直到我们成佛为止，不离开。Vishwas Guru Merit Field. Sample 3 rays of white color nectar light touches our crown, our throat, and our heart, and purify all the imprint of body, speech, and mind. Then again, then from the 3 doors again, sample 3 rays of yellow color light, and touches us. Thank you for the blessing. And now the merit field, Buddha come on top of our crown, then dissolve into our heart, then become inseparable from our heart till we achieve enlightenment. So now think strongly that you have purified great amount of negative karma, you achieve all the blessing, and you'll be taken care of by the Guru Triple Gem till you achieve enlightenment. Okay, good. So I continue from the yesterday I talked about Shah. So today I will first cover Sakyamuni Buddha first. The practice. I'll cover all the 4 immeasurable. After that, I will talk about Namgalyma. So I clarify some of the points again. Some people text me. Then also I talk a bit of benefit. Then I go to Amitayus to give the mantra of Amitayus. And then after that, we do Vajasattva. Then we do the long mantra of Vajasattva. So we do 21 times. So as I do it repeatedly with all the different mantra, as you continue to practice for a while, you become very familiar with the mantra, then you're able to memorize the mantra. All this type of mantra is supposed meant to be like memorized. So most of you carry your handphone wherever you go, right? So you can actually sort of pin your thing down or take a screenshot in your album so that you are able to recall to say the prayer. Okay, so in the Shakyamuni Buddha practice, so after you have taken refuge, and think of the light coming down, so they are at the refuge of the Namo Guru Bhya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya in relation to the 4 objects. And then now, after that, we take refuge to generate bodhicitta. So by practicing generosity and the other far-reaching attitude, then that is bodhicitta. Then after this, we do the 4 immeasurable. So what is called, so without the 4 immeasurable, if you do not practice the 4 immeasurable, can you achieve bodhicitta? No, you must have the 4 immeasurable. Because in the perfect equanimity itself means no one left out. Perfect equanimity means you wish for everyone. So the 4 immeasurable are very important. The four arms of Chenrezig represent the 4 immeasurable. It's not they note which arm is immeasurable compassion, immeasurable love, immeasurable joy, immeasurable equanimity. It is not really sort of like commented in a commentary. It's not really commented in a commentary. But these four immeasurable means if you want to have bodhicitta, these are the things you need to have. And it need to become prior. It come prior, prior to having bodhicitta. So you say that, but we take refuge, we generate bodhicitta first, right now. Then how can we be prior? So the prior is that we take the most important thing that we wish that we will become. But in terms of the actual practice, to develop a thing, first you must develop immeasurable compassion, immeasurable love, so immeasurable joy and immeasurable equanimity. So there are different ways that the teacher describe the thing. So in certain books, they talk about immeasurable love first. Love means which thing be happy. So if actually it's not too difficult to make people happy, but to make people take away their suffering more difficult. It's actually relatively a little bit more difficult. So you want to make people happy, you give some present, you talk nice to them, serve them, almost sort of boost their ego. Boost their ego, they feel very good, You praise them a bit, yeah, of course, I'm so good, Then they become quite happy, pretty happy, like quite happy itself. Then to take away, then usually that this is like you give, like you give. But immeasurable suffering is not a very nice feeling to have because you feel, first you have compassion, you must feel their suffering. Then most of us don't like to see suffering one. That's why, you say, I don't like the person suffer. It's actually your ego don't like the people suffer. You like to see nice thing. So it's a little bit more difficult than love. Love, you make them happy, you see, you're so happy. Right? It's always nice to see happy people than sad people one. So this one is to have compassion, you must see the suffering of the people and you wish to free them from the suffering. So a little bit more difficult. Your mind got a little bit of flavor. Then immeasurable joy. Now we are talking about what is called immeasurable joy. So Rinpoche did talk about happiness, right? He said the happiness of full enlightenment, happiness of Buddhahood. They're not talking about the happiness of low thing. It's talking, may you enjoy the happiness of Buddhahood. Wow, I say this is incredible, right now. So, but inside the immeasurable joy itself is a joy of liberation and to be free from total obscuration, obstruction to omission, no obstruction to karma, affliction, no obstruction to omission. And then the last is immeasurable equanimity. Equanimity means no one left out. No one left out. These four are the support for what? These four are the support for you to generate bodhicitta. So without the support of these four, then you see a table, if you got a one leg table, not very stable. You got two leg also not very stable. You got three leg, maybe 勉强, people push quite easy to topple. But you got four leg, is pretty stable. So the four immeasurable are a very important meditation. So in the Pali tradition, there is this thing called the metta meditation. Metta meditation, the giving of love. Metta means love. Metta means love. In Sanskrit, compassion is called karuna. 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 You also hear the word maha karuna, great compassion. It doesn't mean the arahat, those practicing the hearer's path and the pratyakayana path, got no compassion, but they don't have the maha karuna. The maha karuna is something very unique to the Mahana tradition because I decided to take responsibility for everyone. So practicing these four in measure become very important for as a support. So the four immeasurable written here according to Rinpoche, he start with immeasurable equanimity first. So he do the most difficult one to see everybody same. So how to explain the thing? Everybody, so for you to have a logic behind it, right? To achieve bodhicitta, it means that you get enlightened for everyone. You should not say, oh, I'm going to get enlightened for everyone except this. If you got accept this, you will now have bodhicitta because bodhicitta got no discrimination for who, what thing is every single one. So this is an important point. So right now we still discriminate, correct? This person nicer to me, this one not so nice to me, this one will give me favor or everything. So when you discriminate, it means what? you and bodhicitta and actualizing the uncontrived bodhicitta, the distance, there's a distance there. But you decide to make everybody same whatever thing. Oh, then now your distance very close. Now it's very, very close. So without having perfect equanimity, so when you think of equanimity means everybody same, right? Then when you think of that to support your practice to a perfect equanimity, we think that using logic and lumbering, we say when you were a baby, a human baby, you must have a human mother. When you're just born, you can't go to the kitchen, take out the milk, then milk yourself, whatever thing, correct? You need your mommy or to make milk, correct? I remember I got this student from China. I was very surprised to hear this. He said that they got one Bao Ma and one Nai Ma. Huh? When her kids born, got one Bao Ma, one Nai Ma. They're like, how come got two helper? One is to feed, one is to take care of education, teach what to do, everything. I say, wow, that means born, right, got two. This on for the kids one. So you see, some people are born a little bit more different from the rest, like karma, Yeah, I think got problem. Next time I don't even know how to cut fruits. I remember when I was a commander, one day someone, my colleague was telling me, I'm training people to be officer in the Singapore Armed Forces. Then one day he said he received a phone call from one mother. He said, then he like very surprised. What's the problem? He said, do you know today in your cookhouse you serve orange? What fruit you serve? He said, do you know that today you serve orange? Then my friend said, yeah, they also, yeah, orange. Then the orange not cut. My son eat orange, you must cut for him one. Oh, I tell you that one now we all like, we're like, what? What? They expect you want your son to be an officer to take care of 31 men, but he can't cut one orange. Oh, that one not inside our mind, we start to be like, ooh. So when you're too well taken care of, right, you don't even know how to do the most basic thing. You cannot assume people know because you decided to do for your kids, you decided to do everything for them, then you stop them from making correct decision. So you must teach them how to make the very correct decision, the correct decision. So you can't probably do everything for them. You need to ask them to do correct decision. I always share with some of my students, I say how to make the correct decision. First, they must know what they want. So whatever they do must achieve what they want to achieve. And what they want to achieve first cannot harm people, cannot harm object, cannot harm people, cannot harm object, cannot harm yourself. Oh, then achieve what you want, then please continue to do. So cannot harm yourself means, let's say you play handphone for 50 hours, cannot correct or not? Then you harm your own self, what? You harm object, then harm other people. So as long as all things does not harm, then it's really fine. Then you teach them how to make decision themselves. Make decision themselves. So perfect equanimity have something to tie in with when all beings were your mother, you were a baby, a human baby, they have been your mother. Since I got beginner's time, I got no beginning. I'm a beginner's mother. So it's when you think of this reason, it support your your practice of equanimity. So the prayer is how wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to abide equanimity, free from attachment and hatred. Why it called attachment and hatred? Because these are the two emotions that are disturbing us the most. Most of the time, we have these two emotions. So the attachment make our mind excited. Anger make our mind boil. Disflavor, you just want to do something because angry bring out a certain wind inside your channel that you need to do something. That's why angry people bang table, throw thing because they don't know how to handle the thing. I already say next year is a fire year, fire horse, right? So the main thing you need to do is to calm yourself down. You need to disengage from the emotional, we call it the emotional cycle that your mind is attached to. Anger and attachment are emotional cycle. You need to detach. And the only way, the fastest way to detach is to breathe in, hold, and out. Do 7 times. Then you still feel there's residue, do another 7 times. You still feel residue 7 times. Then you distract yourself by taking some food, drink some water. That is how to detach from the emotional cycle. They say hold some attachment and hold something as free from attachment and hatred. Discriminating some close and some distant. There's some people closer to you and some distant. So you realize that because of people are my friend, then you hurt my friend, I go and call a lot of friends and go and hammer you. So you create harm her and not you create negative karma. So because of this way of thinking. So if you look from this point, obviously you got stranger, you got and also enemy, and you also got close friend. But if you look from one life, it seems that got this three role. But when you think of past life, your friends was your enemy before, your enemy was your closest friend, and you think of all this before, right? Then you can start to think, oh, it's when you think from one life, then probably you can label these three different. But you think of many lives, then different. So when you think of this my teacher, Amchok Rinpoche, sort of share with me this one point that I felt very easy for me to understand. He say, the kindness of yesterday, the kindness of today, and the kindness of tomorrow is still kindness. So the kindness of yesterday, perfect strangers. The kindness of today, the one who love you. And the kindness of your enemy, that means the kindness of tomorrow. They will be kind to you. Then you see one, two, three are all kind. So you should not discriminate right now between that. I find that this really helpful for me to think, they were all kind to me before. The kindness of today, the kindness of tomorrow, and the kindness of yesterday were all kind. When they say kind means what? No, I was really suffering. I was so hungry. They gave me food. You cannot say, I don't care. I forget already. Last time you owe me one. No. When you think of it in a logical way to improve, when you want to develop a certain quality, you need to think in a correct way. You cannot think in a wrong way. You have to use the classical approach, right? That's why you are able to do that. If you don't use the classical approach, you will not be able to do this. So they say, how wonderful. So this is a first prayer. How wonderful is called immeasurable wish. May they abide equanimity. Then you put immeasurable aspiration. Aspiration. Then I myself will cause them to achieve Buddhahood. Immeasurable attitude. Then please, Guru Buddha, bless me to be able to immeasurable prayer. So inside the four immeasurable, right? Like equanimity, love, compassion, joy. So in every of them, they also got the immeasurable wish, immeasurable aspiration, immeasurable attitude, and the immeasurable prayer. So you realize that all these are things like when I think your attitude is immeasurable, it means right now, I want to become a Buddha to do that for them. Wow, this is the most immeasurable thing. When you start to do a prayer, let's say you go Sima you buy a lotus. Actually, there was a long ago that there was this man, right? There was really Venerable Tenzin Gyume, the father, who got cancer. So he went to see Rinpoche. So Rinpoche sort of advised him to do Tara practice. He did for a long period of time, and then he cured himself of the disease of cancer. Then, but a certain obstacle happened. He sort of like request Rinpoche to ask question, but Rinpoche did not get back for whatever reason. So Rinpoche said that he got angry. So he got really angry at Rinpoche. You don't want to see Rinpoche say bad thing about Rinpoche. Say really, really bad thing about Rinpoche. We are like, wow, how come like this? How come say so bad thing about the thing? Because karma happen, because imprint. Because once upon your time, you got guru, perfect guru, but you create this thing. So next time you want to find a guru, you'll not be able to do long time because of the imprint of past life you do, because you did not understand lumbering, you did not practice lumbering perfectly. If you know you practice lumbering perfectly, all right, then they got not really much problem for that. You got not much problem for that. So he, so he, so he sort of like got developed such a close connection with Tara. He actually can. He said that if you go to Sima Lu Guan Yin Miao, right, he advised if you buy 7 lotus, you go and pray. Then it seems that there is a very indirect or direct cause that you got cut queue. Your prayer can cut queue. I say, huh. Don't know, but there is this thing. So you go Waterloo and then you pray with a lotus and then it's very good to make offering because you take the incense from there, is people buy one. So you pay a little bit money and then you buy the lotus. I haven't go Waterloo for a long time already. Didn't go for a long time. So you go there, then you go and pray. Usually most people pray for this life, Lord Ji, or whatever lah. I don't think anyone go there and meditate, go there and three prostration and meditate on the four immeasurable. So how wonderful, right? So the last line, please, Guru, Avalokiteshvara, please bless me to be able to do so. Oh, that's really wonderful, right? So inside the four immeasurable, measure equanimity, what it's called holding some, and why you say that, how even to support you, how to generate immeasurable equanimity, why? If you can, with the support of developing this quality in your mind, you can understand emptiness, the empty nature of thing, empty nature of thing. There's nothing called near, nothing called far, nothing called real, nothing called unreal. Holding some close as distant, something holding something as real and something that don't exist at all. No. When you say something don't exist at all, you believe that nothing exists at all exists. That's why the heart, inside the heart strike itself, or in the fundamental wisdom by Nagarjuna, he said, even you believe that something don't exist, you still believe that don't exist truly. You have to think about it. What I'm talking about. You have to think about, oh. So you negate every possibility of the thing. My teacher, Ribu Rinpoche, said, if you are able to generate the immeasurable quality, correct? Wow. He said that see all beings were kind to you before. Then you got no problem. You know that right now you are limited by your ability to help all of them. But right now you know that there is that thought that I will not leave anyone behind. I will not leave anyone out. So this is the immeasurable equanimity. Next one. So equanimity means a mind that got free from attachment, from holding your mind free from holding something as I like, I don't like. Then somebody is the enemy, somebody is a loved one, somebody is stranger. They don't have this thing on. Your mind is very level. Nothing make you very high, nothing make you very low. You can 平等心. So because you you all don't have equanimity, so your girlfriend says something, your boyfriend says something, your husband or wife says something, you all like go mad, no? Then you all go mad. But you got perfect equanimity. You say what lah? Sifu say one or nothing close, something dear. Because I cannot be a level mind. I liao already. I be disturbed by every emotional, tormented by every emotion there will be. Okay, this is what I just say is very important. You must really understand this particular thing. Next one, immeasurable loving kindness. How wonderful it would be all sentiment were to achieve Buddhahood. Can you imagine? Buddhahood, no. Immeasurable. This is called the immeasurable wish. May they achieve Buddhahood, immeasurable aspiration. I will cause them to achieve Buddhahood, immeasurable attitude. So please, Guru Buddha, bless me to immeasurable prayer. So every immeasurable got four. Wish, aspiration, attitude, and then prayer. Then loving kindness, I already said already. So Rinpoche talk about loving kindness, right? They talk about not only to free from the temporal happiness or whatever, the sensorial happiness. Sensorial happiness are temporary. Temporary. You see, when they say Buddhahood is permanent, it's no longer, you cannot become anything. Okay. Immeasurable compassion. How wonderful if all sentiment were free from suffering and the causes of suffering. So immeasurable compassion become important. So you see your this wish, right, is wish that no one suffer and the causes of suffering. May they be free from suffering and the causes. This is a very immeasurable, I think, immeasurable aspiration. Wow, may all be free. Then you realize that hell, hungry ghost, animal, no need free, may they be free, no. What you really inspire yourself, how wonderful it be. They're free, how wonderful it will be. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering and causes. So I myself will cause them this is immeasurable attitude. And then please Guru Buddha bless me, then immeasurable prayer. So have your prayer like that before they got 16 aspects like that. So it can be just a session that you think like that for a while. But most of us are moving very fast. So we don't have a chance to slow down and think. So slowly you read this paragraph. It's found in page 19. I already sent out the text one. And the text that I sent out, you all must read. I try to go through because I go through. Some I will selectively go through, but the four immeasure become the very four important anchor point. Immeasurable joy. How wonderful if all sentiment were never separated from happiness of higher rebirth and liberation. That means right now, the higher rebirth means human, God realm, and demigod. Then the immeasurable liberation, that means that means Arahat or Prajakya Buddha. Then may they never be separated from this. I'll cause them never be separated from this. How you cause them never be separated from this? You have to teach them the Dharma, correct? There's no other way. You cannot give people the thing. So you teach the Dharma. Another one is that the person got the good karma at the time of death. At the time of death, you know how tricky or not? Usually your funeral rate, you'll do 3 day or 5 day or 7 day, right? Then there's someone must be around to read the Arya Sukhavati Pure Land Sutra, touch their head or anything. Then they can go to the Pure Land. If not, they meet the Lama within the 49 days, within the 49 day, and then do the prayer, do a Jangwa, that means purification, prayer for disease. Then prayer for disease is 超度, right? How you do 超度? It's actually do in relation to a deity called Vajravidarana. Then you generate as a deity, you make as a the deity, you generate the merit field in front of the deity, and then on behalf of the deity, you make offering to the deity. Then after you make offering to the deity, you recite very powerful mantra like Om Pema Onisha Pema Leng Hom Pe. You recite Namgyama mantra. You recite Amitayus mantra, all the mantra that free from the lower realm, and you delegate to the deceased. This is how they do the 超度. In the Chinese, I'm not so sure, but every time I hear, they hear 地庄王经, 我们说 I know they also name Amitabha then Pusen Xing okay, then you read Pu Men Ping also. So all these prayer when written, read, correct, dedicate, correct. But the tantric method of doing the thing is very unusual, uncommon in relation to the Mahayana. It's a very, very special ritual that we do to free. So never separate. May please Guru Buddha bless me to be able to do so. So today I cover the four immeasurable. So 刚刚师父所讲的就是四无量心。我们首先呢，仁波切说为什么叫四无量呢？无量就是一个都没漏到的四无量。我们四无量心呢，首先呢，我们有无量的爱，真的要无量的爱心、无量的悲悯心、无量的信心。然后呢，最后都是无量的平等心。平等心很重要，就是说，当我们观想无量呢，就是说，也是我有四无量心的时候，我对待全部有情众生呢，都是一视同仁。每一个人，我没有把一个说这个比较好，那个比较好，没有一个敌人，没有一个爱，没有的。没有一个我要起跟舍，我保持一个非常非常稳的平等度。没有一个东西会可以做我很生气，做我很失落。因为我接受了，我接受了因果，我接受了因果，我知道因为我没有感果，我没有忏悔，我做不够，所以现在我感果，我不会埋怨人，我会很接受的。但是现在这个无事无量心里面呢，我们说这个心呢是平等心的，就是有一个，就是说我但愿每个众生哦，都处于在这个平等心的状况里面，不要一个一个我为舍，一个要起，一个起，一个舍，然后呢，有些比较好，有些坏，没有。然后这个是我们的愿心哦，这个是叫无量愿。那 may they abide in economy，那我希望，我多么希望。要一个决心，无量的决心哦！我但愿我能够哦，他们最好就能够这样。然后那个定呢，就是说我本人一个人，我要把他们达到目的地。然后呢，最后他在这个平等心呢，在里面在忏悔里面呢，那个说，我但愿我一个人都能够，这个就是无无量的祈请文，无量的祈请，我要得到。当我们这样想的时候呢，你看我们的四无量心，它每一个都有四个阶段。我希望，我真的好希望，然后你很定的，我要得到，我帮助他们得到决心。然后呢，我的无量祈请文，我祈请你加持我可以得到。现在我们要得到，毕竟要有佛陀的加持的，所以我们最后一句一定要说 Please Guru 佛陀，请你加持我。请你家做。现在你要做什么东西，一定要一个老师教，对不对？你要驾车啊、煮饭啊，做什么东西一个老师的嘛，对不对？通常我们去老师，因为我们去老师，通常我们没有齐情的，但是我们在佛教里面，我们说求法、求法、求法。然后释迦牟尼佛有跟我们比丘跟比丘尼他们讲过，也是大众没有求法，不用教。因为也是你教了，他们可能会诽谤说为什么你要骗我还是什么东西，他们会造恶业，他们会造恶业，说我们要行慈悲，不要教。但现在你们送上门，对不对？你们送上门的， 我就讲了，那通常那我你们是送上门的，你们讲，然后我就 OK，我就讲多一点点给你们听，然后你们可以接受的，然后你们可以接受的，然后你就硬要思考，然后我用的又通常就是从我老师那边讲过的。但是我会把它包装，你可以了解到的，这很重要，因为我们在修行当下呢，我们所做的一定有一个法脉，一个人的法脉，就从一代一代这样接下来的。然后就从这个法脉呢，最好是我自己本人呢有做，但是通常我每天都会做，所以现在我这样传过去呢，你会得到一种加持的能量，好像一个人哦练功夫啊，或者他就在闭关，可能他闭关100天，可能3年吧，他就花1个钟头把他3年里面的经验讲出来，哇，那个叫精华，懂吗？也是个人没有闭过关，他跟你讲100天是叫废话，所以现在你知道，你跟你的朋友都没有闭关，没有什么东西，他可以讲个福建话，有灵有红啊，got dragon got phoenix all come out，一杯一咖喱十杯嘞，人 got all the pattern all come 来，说，这个真的会很浪费时间，现在不要浪费时间了，时间不会很多。我们说平等心是这样，我们说无量的爱心。当我们说无量的爱心呢，我是希望每个众生都能成就什么？成就圆满佛果位。因为我们暂时性的爱心，就希望那个人可以欢喜，有欢喜心。通常我们欢喜呢，就是会一种欢喜，就是我们是八风来的。通常我们说一个没有修行的人，他欢喜是因为得到某某东西，得到利益，得到东西，人家这种比较容易，对不对？但是我们现在佛教里面的欢喜心是这个无量的欢喜心呢，是希望那个人能得到成就，能够圆满佛果位。所以他就得到那种欢喜呢，是法喜的欢喜，不是我们说凡夫娑婆世界里面的这种。然后这种欢喜，他们得到的快乐，根本不是叫欢喜，真的叫变苦。本来是苦来的，因为你还有一点点好的福报，你还可以享受几支雪糕啊，还不错。但是你吃100条，你肯定拉肚子，对不对？没有一个东西我们可以吃100碗的，现在可能你可以当那种大胃王，他们吃8 kg的面哦。我看了说不会辛苦吗？不要骗我，肯定辛苦的啦。可能吃1 2口美味可口，对不对？吃8 kg 呢？我说可以给2台巴士的人吃8 公斤，但是我们很喜欢看人家吃东西，因为我们贪吃。我今天为什么看那种大胃王吃东西啊？我们感觉到好啊，因为我们贪吃，看喜欢人家吃那东西，看了我自己饱，但是不会肥。所以，当我们说希望人家有无量的爱心哦，就是希望那个人哦能够什么，那个人能够得到我们说圆满的佛地，圆满佛地呢。然后我们说哦，我要成就他，所以我要成佛。所以我们发现，我们要叫佛陀来加持我，这个是无量的。我们说祈愿。然后第三呢，无量的慈悲心。那无量的慈悲心啊，就但愿每个众生都能够离苦和苦的因，离苦和离苦的因，也是要离苦呢，也是尽我们的呃能够做到的。好像他们没有衣服啊、生病啊这种东西还可以，因为是外在的。然后呢，苦的因呢，苦的因你一定要教他。好像现在师傅教你哦，说苦的因是因为前世造一个因，你现在在感果，也是不要受苦呢，一定要消以前所造的恶业，从恶因得到恶果，善因得到善果。因为你所做到的东西，因为也是被八风影响到，爱我执影响到，肯定那个就是阿底峡尊者讲过。我说哇，这样我们肯定完蛋了。也是你做任何东西被贪嗔痴操控做，肯定入3恶道，不是娑婆世界人道啊，3恶道。哎，你跟我说你什么东西做了没有被贪嗔痴影响到的？可能没有贪，没有嗔，但是吃肯定有的，有我嘞，有他嘞。哦，完蛋，这个真的身材非常完蛋。所以底下尊者就说你们哦肯定是入3恶道的。他现在也是你可以亲近 佛陀呢，然后他就因为你依赖佛陀，你皈依，你100%的皈依就是成就。所以一个人有皈依跟没有皈依，然后也是他乃是修法，同样，念10个、1000个欧曼尼贝没有，跟一个没有修的那个的差距非常非常多，一个天一个地，根本无可形容的，根本无可形容。所以现在你要知道皈依的无可思议，说皈依了依可以守5戒，然后你就可以更加累积到无可思议的福报。然后就是说要把它离苦跟苦的因，然后你说我但愿他们能离苦，但愿你发这个哇，多么好呢！所以现在我们说想到最好的东西是什么？我希望哦，我买马票哦中啊，每期都中。我希望哦，我看到我所要看到的，我不要看到那些人讨厌的人，那种不是诶。那一个菩萨，他的心里面哦，一直都有这4颗无量心，也是你没有这4个无量心呢，你就无可能达到菩提心。没有这个4无量心的辅助，你很难升起不造作的菩提心，无可能的。你可能造作的就想了，你一种感觉在那边，从一种感觉在那边，然后你念我们你片面后念咒语呢，它有一个辅助的能量，它会净化你的业障，你会感觉到有做到，但是也是你真正你要得到无造作，就不用思考的，必定要有你的思考就是用这些的，这无量心这样的思考的辅助，他们的能量，因为他已经把里面爱我执把它切掉，这无量心里面，你一直想要为别人做，给他平等，给他离苦，给他得乐，给他就没有想到自己了。这无量呢，就一直想无量的众生。所以当你想到无量的众生的时候呢，你所得到的福报也是无可思议、无量的，无可形容。所以现在这个师傅讲的，这个就是最大的秘密。我的老师左巴上师跟我说，最大的秘密就是发心。乃是一个人可以做大礼拜10万遍，他所做的只是讲到自己，他所累积到的就是这么多福报。但是也是他想到我要利全部有情众生，我要成佛，他所得到的是无可思议了。那这个就是我们的意念的秘密，也是你知道这个秘密呢，你就很容易做东西，你可以随喜，对不对？肯定你无可能找到，好像现在哦，师傅在这边虽然不难，每天都有人在绕他，对不对？我就不用什么绕了，我就哎呀，感谢啊，对不对？就是这样哦。也是我要哦，他们吃了我就分 apple 给他们吃哦，什么东西供养他们哦。就有很多地方，特别是我们上次我去的普陀山啊，五台山，有些人叫潮山，或者说他们说跑台，就是绕潮大台、大潮台、小潮台。我们说也是可以做潮台，就是五台山有5个台，有东南西北、跟一个中台。然后五台山的中间有一个白塔，是叫台怀镇，台怀镇一个白塔。然后这个白塔里面有导师释迦牟尼佛的真身的舍利，然后这个五台山也是你跑台是从这边哦，台怀镇能跑东南西北中那跑一圈呢，然后这个叫大朝台，这个叫大朝台，也是可以这样做朝拜呢，然后可以累积很多福报。现在我们无可能每天都有很多人去朝拜了，我们无可能一个人做到完了，所以我们所做的就是随喜。我真的，我每个细胞都在学习，我每条头发都在学习，我我的所有都在学习。That means that everything of me is happy with you. Everything. Are you able to do that? Oh, this is wonderful, can I not? That the all of me for all of you because I love you so much. Yeah, it's really amazing, can I not? This prayer. 做事无量心是这样的辅助的，是一定要这样的辅助。然后呢，我们说无量乐呢，这个乐呢，就是希望众生呢能得到我们说解脱有一个很三善道的我们说转世人道非天天道，但比3恶道呢那个转世比较殊胜，就没有这么多苦，然后你发愿你能够成就他们，就是无量心 就当我们在思考方面，是不是每天都要这样想的？也是你每次有时间就要花一点点时间这样观想，要留在心中一种，因为当你这样想的时候，你的爱我值会割掉一点点，割掉一点点，比较微小，懂吗？你在做的时候，你们肯定还有爱我值的，不要跟我说你没有。这个是说谎话，肯定有的，但是减轻一点点，可能那个爱我值当下没有这么在想爱我值，可能你做好了，你好练，师傅，我做了 for immeasurable，那我完蛋，这是无良心变成唯一一个心，我在那边，这是无良心是把那个爱我值慢慢升起，然后呢，这个爱我值，当你没有断爱我值的时候，当你知道别人更重要的时候呢，然后把爱我值丢掉。当我们有爱我值，我们就会有烦恼；当我们没有爱我值，我们永远没有烦恼。所以这是无量心的直接的东西是说，当我们有爱我值，我们肯定会有烦恼的。所以也是我问你，你说你有烦恼，说你肯定有这个爱我值咯，你没有爱我值不会有烦恼的，肯定的。当我们有这个爱我值呢，然后我们也是我们的爱我值很大，我们的烦恼很大；也是我们爱我值很小，我们烦恼很小；也是我们没有爱我值，我们不会有烦恼。这个很重要，这个必须要了解到。哎呦，现在你说你不欢喜，因为你爱我是操控，懂吗？呼吸，你不可能跳出来的，一定要呼吸，就是要静下来15分钟。现在可能你感觉到，哇，师傅，我做15分钟，我看我的爱我值越来越看得更明显，知道看而不碰，不要跟他讲话，看而已。当你把这一招做得非常好，就是好像你跑步回来，有老虎在追你，你跑得很快，它不可能咬到你，懂吗？所以现在你一定要喘息的，也是你喘息到这一招你做好呢，你不用15分钟，大概1-2分钟，你可以消气，对不对？人家说别，你很生气，人家这样一直跟他拍你的肩膀，这样，不要消气啊，不要生气啊，气下来，对不对？生气的时候气是往上走的，人家拍，不惊不惊，对不对？不要生气，他这样做，这是无良心。好，现在我就给昨天我要给的真正佛母的作业。So now I give the four the teaching on the mantra of Namgyama. Because some of your text they say you come in late, so it's okay. So whatever you get is whatever your karma. I mean that you need to come. So for my transmission, right, usually I would like to say that you need to be live to hear the thing. Oh, so His Holiness said that the only person that no need to live on receive transmission is Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Rinpoche say you should take the 8 mana precept. Now you get it forever. Another one is a Kirti Sensor Rinpoche. You get the Golden Light Sutra. You hear, you also get a transmission. Also, Lama Zopa Rinpoche say if you hear the Golden Light Sutra or the Arasanghata Sutra, you also get a transmission. Also, the Great Liberation Sutra. You hear, you also get the thing. But for me, I'm not Rinpoche. So you must hear live. If you hear live, that means, as I say, you hear her, right? There's something, because for things to be a direct transmission, that means what I'm saying, you are there listening. That means I'm saying you are there listening. But because Rinpoche is Buddha, so he's able to manifest the omnipotent. Whenever he's always there. So when he hear the sound, he's there already. So you receive the thing. So it's a very different level. So I give the Namgyama, Om Brum Soha, Om Amita Ayudade Soha, Om Drum Soha, Om Amita Ayudade Soha, Om Drum Soha, Om Amita Ayudade Soha. OK，给了。刚刚我在视频里面发出了这个真圣佛母的长咒是伦布切所念的，然后你偶尔可以开起来听，也是可以消业障，懂吗？So you hear the Rinpoche chanting the thing, right? You can do. So this is the version I do. I put a headphone and then I slowly I stop at the paragraph. So you can break down into a couple of paragraphs. After you do about maybe 100, you become quite only certain part a little bit difficult, but certain part are quite easy to recite one. If you put effort, right? I'm quite sure you can do. This is one of the best offering, right? Then you should buy some white color mustard seed But white color mustard seed, it don't look white color. It look yellow color one. They got black mustard seed and white mustard seed. So white color seed is slightly yellow one. If or talcum powder or aloe vera gel or Vaseline. So you say the mantra, then you blow. Even you blow 21 times, that one become very blessed. Very, very blessed. So you take the thing, you got saw whatever thing you blow on it. So if you all can do 1,000, correct? Then you pray for the guru long life. This one very good offering. Very, very good offering. Does it take very long to do? If every day you do 3 in 1 year, you definitely do 1,000. Not too difficult. If every day you do 3 in 1 year, you do 1,000. You definitely do 1,000. But some people like to one shot finish everything off. No need to one shot finish it. Every day you do, the more you're familiar with all the mantra, you treat all your mantra as your friend. Wow, I got so many friends. Some have got a lot of wisdom, some have got a lot of contact, some have got a lot of compassion, some got a lot of power, some have got a lot of free from lower realm. Suddenly you feel you got so many friends. Understand not? A lot of people say, Sifu, I practice way, I feel very lonely, I got no friend. Let me introduce you to a friend called Manjushri. How about that? Inside the Money Kampung, the commentary is this. In the Money Kampung, they got this commentary said that in the world, right, this time of the generation, if you can meet 1,000, there's 1,000 Buddha coming. So let's say every Buddha come, you also meet the Buddha, you take one picture, a selfie with every Buddha, from the first Buddha, until the last Buddha, until the last Buddha. From Kanda Chakra to Kanakamuni to Kashyapa to Sakyamuni Buddha to Maitreya Buddha. So everybody will take a selfie. Well, that means you must be quite special, right? You meet every Buddha take selfie. But right now, in the commentary on Mani Kampung, they say, if you can recite Om Mani Padme Hum, you're more fortunate than that person. Wow, I say, wow, now, then we are quite steady already. Then we are very fortunate. Now I understand how fortunate you are. It is more rare to meet Om Mani Padme Hum than to meet the 1,000 Buddha. 那我们说，在观世里面的记载里面哦，Mani Kampung，他们说这个修行法门哦，是我们说在8世纪里面哦，我们说藏王说 d r k u n t e s e n 他写的这个，把全部观世音的仪轨放在一本，然后这里面呢，他说也是呢，在千佛里面，我们每个千佛都拍照。那你是个有福报的人，但是现在你可以念 Om Mani Padme Hum，你的福报比那个人跟千佛遇到千佛还要更殊胜。我现在你们知道你们多殊胜吗？所以当你修行当下，你不可以说我一个人单挑，没有一个人单挑的，你一直被佛陀菩萨围住了，肯定的。所以现在我们心里面哦，现在有真佛婆婆，你就多一个朋友，对不对？师父会慢慢介绍给你多几个朋友啦，所以你就会我21度，我这21，我要多少个朋友呢？最好我的朋友全都是菩萨，最好的我的朋友全是佛陀。但是这个凡夫呢，也帮助到我呢，菩萨可以帮助到我累积勇气。那些众生看到可以给我菩提心，给我勇气，给我能量，能够我可以支撑我的修行。So this is important. Now I give you the transmission of Amitayus. Amitabha is Buddha of infinite light. 阿弥陀佛是无量光，阿弥陀又是叫无量寿，无量寿佛，它两者都是一体的，懂吗？So Amitabha Buddha is a Namanakaya form. Sambhunakaya form, Amitayus. Okay? So you don't think, oh, they're all different. No, still. Amitabha, Amitayus. Amitabha Buddha, red color one. He stopped your discrimination, desire. Desire. Then Amitayus also red color one. Amitabha is like that with a sage bow, the hand like that, left and like that, red color. Red color. So he hold the thing, he hold the bow like that in meditative. Then Amitayus got a long life vase, look a little bit different, but he wear the crown of the thing. I'll offer the mantra to you. Om Ami Devari, 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 Om Ami Devari. Okay, finish. Later I will just send the thing. Okay, good. Now we do Vajrasattva. 现在我们做金刚萨埵。要记得，我们说每天一定要做金刚萨埵的，就好像我们每天一定有烧业障，好像你回家整个身体肮脏，你会去你的床睡觉吗？你们肯定不会的，对不对？特别是新加坡人呢，每天偶尔有些是一天中1次凉或者是2次，对不对？ 你又会很肮脏去睡觉。现在就是说，我们感觉到可能我们有冲凉，但是我们冲凉是外在的冲，内在可能很肮脏，对不对？所以我们做金刚萨埵是净除内在里面的脏的东西，那些业、恶业。So Vajrasattva, you don't go and sleep when you're so dirty, correct? For ordinary people. But when I went for my course, Ranger course, it was very difficult. It was very, very challenging. For 65 days, we sleep about 2.5 hours, two and a half hour a day, maybe 3 hours the most. So got some of my friends are like, for me, I need to shower. I don't care how fast. I must go inside bed. Because maybe I can work well. But for some of my friends who go for the thing one, they once the instructor say finish, they send in their weapon, they sign in, clean their weapon, send in. They go on their bed, no, they literally lie down, me sleep already. Then tomorrow, save the time to wear boots, whatever thing. I say no, must have some, you know, must take out and change and everything, must put all the personal hygiene on. So when you're so tired, right, you'll just lie down. So for most of you all know, right, let's say you go fishing or you do something outdoor, you wash yourself, right? Now, but just suffer like washing yourself, very important. So if you wash yourself every day, so it also means that you also need to do Vajrasattva every day to clean outside and clean inside. So they got something called outer ablution, inner ablution, and secret ablution. Outer ablution means cleaning this outside. Inner ablution means cleaning the imprint. Secret ablution is to clean your wrong view, believing something exists truly. So which one most powerful? If you're able to do the inner, the most secret ablution, then you're very powerful. Wow. Then we got the inner ablution is your mind. If you purify your mind, there's nothing that will affect you. Okay. 好，金刚萨埵，现在我们就做21遍，我们用现在8点喽，不是8点，overtime already，我们做短的吧。Om Bhaja Sato Om 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 Bhaja Sato Om。然后观察金刚萨埵跟你说，你全部身口意业障都消了，它融到你心中，跟你无恶。你发愿从现在明天早上不造恶业。就像 Guru Pasha say, all negative karma complete. Purify, he will submit to you and make promise on the sunrise tomorrow not create negative karma. 通常我们说，当我们在修行当下呢，特别是修行是每天一定要做的，懂吗？每天都要做，每天就是说把意念照顾得非常好。现在今天我讲的是，这是无量心，让你一定要重复的这样思考一下。So you need to，等一下我也载那个课诵本是中文版的，然后你们可以大概看一下。我会把这些寄诵文、课诵文到有中文的，我又讲了，你就大概看一下，然后多了解一下。你无可能马上全部东西都会知道的，是慢慢的，懂吗？是慢慢的，所以很重要，所以这个很重要，这个很重要。Just now I just give the oral transmission of Amitayus. You asked me today got give or not? I give one more time in case you did not get it. Om Amidewa Hri, 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 Om Amidewa Shri. So this is the shortest one. They got something more longer. That one is in the Sedu Sutra. Then in due time, next time I can offer. Okay, good. So we do dedication Huisang. Due to this merit, may I soon attain the enlightened state of a Guru Buddha, that I be able to liberate all the sentient beings from all their suffering. May the precious Bodhi mind not yet born arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. We pray for the long and stable life of all the Guru teaching true path to enlightenment anytime, anywhere in the world, especially His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And we pray for the unmistaken Kapasupa Rinpoche to be identified. This life Rinpoche shows to expect a great teacher, great yogi, and a great scholar. We pray for the SMT project to succeed, flourish, and especially within Guru Rinpoche and Pokhara and Halishi. I also pray for you all to really understand, to practice the four immeasurable well. It's not difficult to know the four immeasurable, but this four immeasurable become the main support for you to have bodhicitta. So when you understand the four immeasurable, immeasurable equanimity, immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, immeasurable joy, then you also come with the immeasurable wish, immeasurable aspiration, immeasurable attitude, and immeasurable prayer. All these are called immeasurable because every time you think of this prayer, you think of the meaning, this is what you get. My prayer is immeasurable because to become a Buddha is the most outstanding prayer. So you will let me, I become a Buddha to free all beings. So please bless me. So you become a Buddha. This attitude is called bodhicitta attitude, the attitude of bodhicitta. So you realize inside there, when you start to able to connect all the point, then you realize, wow, Dharma is really interconnected. It's never a piecemeal thing. So you are able to paint with not only a few colors, you're able to paint with a lot of color because you understand the Dharma very well. You understand the Dharma very well. Okay. So I pray for you all to have this really. So I pray, may I take all your suffering forever. Then I give you all my happiness. So we also now we pray for all those people who have passed away, right, to have a very good rebirth. Then we pray for these people, Tutan Lamo for Race Diam Joshua, Bong Yo for Hang Mu Kang and Chuan Tong Tai. Then we pray for this. We pray for this lady in Malaysia, right, after giving birth, and then she is in coma until now. So she lost so much blood, not so much blood. And then she's in coma. So pray for her. Her name is Li Mei Hui. Li Mei Hui. So for Mei Hui, her right, to quickly come out of the thing. Actually, this loss of blood is a coming obstacle. Actually, if we liberate life, right, that we organize, will be very helpful for her. Most of the time, when lose a lot of blood or everything, is that not enough life force. Not enough life force. So you see, the merit creation group can liberate life. You all can just give whatever token amount. So Anghui do the things based on whatever you all come, then he do. So every time you do, you can only when you're sick then do. A little bit late already. So the best is do every time. That's why 保健. Correct or not? So you prevention better than cure, 对不对? So you every time you give a little bit, it's very, very good. So you pray for Su Ling, for Wong Mei Lim, for Chloe Lim, for Wen Chin Lim, Min Chuan, for Teh Bun Kai, for Xin Wei, Nancy Chua, Ho Gan Chen, Tan Pun San, Jerissa, Yap Gong Wen, Florence Liu, Ho Chung for Hang Piao, for Lee Wigan, Delisa, Clayton, Ong Lotte Kim, Ong Sen, So Sen, Pek San, Jia Lei, Kelen, Bob Xavier, for James Chua, for Carol Gui to recover well, for Tan Lai Gui, for Tan Kei Xiang, for Kenny Lim Seng, for Susan Ang, for Yuan Chuan, Richard Tan, for Desmond Lim, for Tai Ti, Allison, then for Irene Yo to have a very good rebirth. Then for Michelle Liu, Yap Kong Wai, Evan Yo to secure all the deer. For Shan An, for Jin Tan, for Guan Si, for Nigel Lim, Amita, then for Anita Sim, especially. For Kalin Jong, Annie Chu, for Anjali, and for Biliang. We also pray for all the people in this Zoom group, in the Merit Creation group, to be well and happy. Then we also pray for all the Ching Song, then for Lotus, for Eyewear, then for Lensman, and also Beacon Boat to dwell, also for Blossom Seed. 好，回向愿以此功德普济一切，我等以众生皆共成佛道。众生无边誓愿度，佛法无量誓愿觉，烦恼无尽誓愿断，断我无明，了我生死，愿我成佛。度众生永不忘众生经，永不忘上师情。回向我三世所累积的福报，跟无数的佛陀菩萨、声闻读解阿罗汉，有情众生的福报，是没自性的存在，是观待世设名言案例。把这些福报回向我跟你呢，也是没自性的铸造，是观待世设名言案例。当然，我们可以早入成佛，也是没自性的存在，是观待世设名言案例。当我们成了佛，我们带全部有情众生一个都没漏到的，也是没自性的存在，是观待世设名言案例。我们安利到圆满佛果位，也是没自性的存在，是观待世设名言案例。为什么我把这些说？为什么自性没自性？为什么说呢？我们叫做三轮体空。当我们这样做的时候，那我们起了嗔恨心的时候，我们生气不会说火烧功德林，不会把它烧掉的，因为我们就好像做梦，做了梦，在梦间里面做那个梦，也是做了那个动，你了解那个梦，你无可能现在你做什么神通，那个梦就是事实，就是这样，不会改变的，对不对？就是说，好像像我如就是名言案例，就是跟真理相应，所以当你嗔恨心的时候，它无可能把这些福报正念哦，把它消除掉，因为你嗔恨心生起来，这个很重要，叫做三轮体空。所以 dedicate all the three time miracle by one self counter Buddha, Bodhisattva, Pratyeka Buddha, Arahant, Dakas, and Dakini. Why we add all the name together? Because all the Buddha also dedicate for enlightenment. So you also delegate for enlightenment. Let's say your enlightenment is a bowl of cup. The Buddha married is like ocean. You got one bowl. You pour inside. Your one bowl of water will never disappear until the ocean disappear. That's why Tongpang, we call it Tongpang. So very, very safe. So it's like that is the most, that's why we put all the merit. So we dedicate so I and you who does not truly exist merely laboured by the mind, quickly achieve the state of full enlightenment, whoso does not exist truly exist merely laboured by the mind. So once you achieve enlightenment, every single one, no one left out, whoso does not exist truly exist merely laboured by the mind, by myself alone, whoso does not exist truly exist merely laboured by the mind. 好，最后愿下不三藏诸烦恼，愿得智慧真明了，不愿罪障悉消除，世事常行。菩萨道：阿弥陀佛 ，Good night everyone。
Good night，
谢谢师父，
师父，拜
感
拜。
恩师父。
Good
Good
night。
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
Everyone.
night,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.